now it's starting to grow, but it's going to take millions of dollars. We heard the other night at our last council meeting, just one project alone, up there on the hillside and stuff, just for the drainage for that area is a little over $2 million, and we've got places like that all over this city. So the council, put this money aside years ago. It grew. The EDC board voted on all the projects as presented to them, and they made a decision based off of evidence that was produced here at the meeting. And with that, we funded some. I'd say probably 90-something% of them. There's a few that just didn't make sense that we didn't do. And I feel like EDC has been very instrumental in redeveloping in this city. I have no problem at all with the citizens voting. If they want to vote on it again, then vote on it again. It's your money. But I would like to see it stay in some form because I think it's a truly needed tool the city can use. With that, Marvin, I only have one question about your EDC sales tax report. For the year 2020 in December, how did we end up with a zero with nothing?
She didn't get the money put into the system until January. If you look at January following that, it's double amount. So the money, both months went in January instead of December.
Okay.
Didn't mean we didn't get sales tax in December. It just didn't get put into the system till the next month.
Okay. That zero just kind of stood out.
Yeah.
I know it's COVID and stuff, but that's open.
Zero.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Dan. Yours?
Okay, so, as of Tuesday, I have been trying to do all my research and do what I need to do and talk to people that I need to talk to, and last night I didn't get any sleep because I'm on the fence and have been on the fence all day, talking to everybody that I can talk to, even calling other cities, talking to their city managers, and I'm a big advocate towards our police department, our fire department. They're the ones that keep us safe, and for me to know that our police officers, top 3 police officers, can actually retire at any moment, but choose not to because they have faith in us, and it hurts me that we cannot give them more than they deserve. I mean, they deserve more than they're getting right now. That's where I stand right now. And I feel that I want to give this back to the citizens to have them vote on it again. Because I feel that we owe them that. We live in a different world that we did way back when. And I can't stress enough that we don't live in that world anymore. Everything's changed. Everything is changing, and we need to go along with that, or we're not going to survive. So, I have so much more to say, but I just can't right now. I'm shaking. But that's where I stand. I feel like we need to give it to we need to put it on the ballot. All right.
Thank you. Leanne?
Those of you that know me know I don't get nervous very often, but I'm truly nervous tonight because I want the correct decision to be made. But the shaking you see is from the dadgum air conditioner being turned on. I think it's...
Maybe don't put it to my ear.
Thank you. It's been an exhausting week, and yet a very exciting one at the same time. I feel like I've done more research in the last week and talking to people outside of River Oaks and in businesses and in city planning more than I ever have, trying to find what is best for River Oaks. A lot of passion has been thrown around this week. I'm disappointed because a lot of times it seems more as in, this is what I want, this is what I want. It's not always that way, but ultimately, it's not about what we want, it's about what is going to be best to carry this city into the future. And since I've been here in River Oaks, we almost do stuff, and we almost get the job done, and we almost made the River District, tailcoat on that. And we cannot afford to miss opportunities that come along. Which means we need an EDC, and we need that money, because if we do not have the money, whether it's a big corporation that comes, or a small business, whatever it is, we have to be prepared to jump on that opportunity to bring it here to River Oaks. Quality of life is something that we talk about a lot. When you think about River Oaks, everyone in this room is dedicated to that quality of life. It is the biggest, best thing about it's one of the few things that we can offer our citizens. We're landlocked. We all know the restrictions that we have here in River Oaks, but we can offer quality of life. But quality of life takes money, okay? So then I go back to, we need the money, because we have to have more financial support for our police and our fire department, because that's what keeps us safe. And in our trash pickup, all of that. It takes money to have all of these things that I think we, on a daily basis, are very grateful for, but we, at the same time, take advantage of. When you say EDC was established in 1995, I have real mixed emotions about that, because if it was established in 1995, we should be much further along than where we are with an EDC at this moment. Because in 1 week's time, I've learned so much that EDC could be doing, and it's not. And that's big to me, because if you've had something established since 1995, has anyone taken initiative to stretch beyond what we know? I think one thing that is very heavy on my mind this week is that on all of these committees and all of these boards and on this council right here, we have common citizens doing what they know to do and doing it to the best of their ability. But we have to do more, and we have to do better. And that means we have to constantly be stretching. And the same mission statement being in place since 1995 says a lot. Are we stuck? Is EDC, with even the things that it has brought in the last year alone, are we stuck? Do we have that mentality of we're never going to have something big come our way because this is River Oaks and, we can't do that, or we can't afford to have this person because of this? We can. Our budget is the bottom line issue. And all of this is not to be placed on Marvin's shoulders, because we all sit here and approve things. And I've tried to look at different things, the different ways of doing the EDC. If we have a board and the money goes over here, then it does provide us more versatility. But Marvin, I point blank asked the question. In our packet, we have that it has increased from 42% in the last few years. So if we were to put this money over into the general budget so that we could continue on with some different things, and we need that flexibility, there's no doubt about it. But the biggest concern was the money is going to be spent, and then what are we going to do when the big